I'm Brian. We're out here in the sunny Kentucky weather where it's good and humid, and about to start a pretty big project I've been thinking on for probably a little over 2 years now. I even took a trial run and built this little dome out of straws. That's not really the hard part. The hard part, I believe, is trying to heat and cool this thing. Now, I believe, in my opinion, that Kentucky may be probably one of the hardest environments to consider the weather, because not like Arizona where it's for the most part just hot, or up northern Canada where it's for the most part cold. We got extreme both. So when you try to naturally heat and cool a greenhouse by using natural energy, it could probably be difficult. Now, I don't know, I haven't ever done this, but we're about to find out. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. I've learned a lot. I've learned more from the comments actually than I have actually watching the videos. Videos are just kind of like the ignition to spark the flame. You know, you see something like that and you're like, well, I'd like to do that. So I've got my own little style going on here. I've been collecting pieces. Started a couple years ago, getting the tools I needed, saws and whatnot. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to build a hole, or dig a hole around 7 foot, 8 foot, I guess, until we hit rock, because there is rock under here somewhere. And still thinking on exactly how I want to design a geothermal Geo Dome. You know, most greenhouses are rectangle, and you go putting a geothermal system under it, you got a lot of room to you know, lay out your pipes and get everything situated right. When you do something round, like I'm building a 17-foot diameter dome, about the biggest square you could fit in that is probably about a 12 by 12, which leaves a lot of room, a lot of mass underground that ain't being covered. So, but there's ways around that. I'm about to start doing a few experiments. You know, I got these barrels here. Just went to a hardware store, bought me a 100-foot roll of 4-inch drain pipe, which I'm gonna need about 300 feet of that. And I also plan on having 2 systems, you know, in case one don't work. Maybe with 2 of them going, it will work. Because I've seen a lot of failures on YouTube. Something I don't want to do. I can't afford that. Once it's in the ground, it's staying. Geothermal Geo Dome. Well, it's not just one thing. A geothermal is a system that heat and cools using the ground. You run air out of your greenhouse down underground through the tubes, and it comes out another end in the greenhouse. A lot more. In the summertime cooler, wintertime warmer. What it does, it takes the warm air from the day, pumps it underground, and stores it until nighttime, and then it releases it in the cooler nighttime. Now, the geodome is this thing here. This is going to be my greenhouse. And what it is basically just like, if you've ever seen a soccer ball, you got your pentagons, and they are surrounded by hexagons, sort of cut in half. This is going to be a 5/8. 5/8 of a ball, dome. It looks kind of like a Walt Disney ball too. Maybe not as high tech, but a bunch of them. For me, this thing, that's why I'm doing it. It's multi-purpose. You know, it's not only, you know, you can grow your plants and stuff, and you know, kind of control the environment a little bit. You won't have to worry about the wind blowing down your sunflowers, or you know, you might be able to control the bugs a little bit better from eating your cabbage up. And you know, it's also something I like to do with the you know, the kids and the wife. You know, it's good. It's just all around good. And you know, it's gonna be a fine piece of artwork sitting in my yard. You know, I think it's just, I can't find no wrong in it. So well, where I'm currently at, seems like I'm in the middle of a big mess, but I've got pieces scattered everywhere. I guess it's whatever I'm in the mood to work for. But I built all my pentagons, built a couple hexagons. I'm not really too much worried about the dome as much as I am the system that's going to heat and cool it. I need to build somewhat of what I plan on putting in the ground. I need to get that built. I'm running tests, wind speed. I've got my blower. I just got my blower a couple days ago. I'll be using a 12-inch inline blower for my main system, and I plan on having another one to back it. So probably another 12 or 10-inch fan to run a different system. But yeah, I need to dig that hole. I need to get that hole dug, but I can't do that until I get all my pipe. This stuff is pretty expensive, and make sure that it's gonna work. I don't need to put something in the ground that is not gonna, you know, that air is not gonna flow through. So, but you guys just leave that to me, because I'm gonna have something that's gonna put some air in the ground and be able to spit it back out pretty quick.